I guess at the risk of sounding absolutely ridiculous, I need to know. I really need to know. So, you know how I just notice this over like time when I go, if I use like public restrooms like at work.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering, how are these women wiping? Because it seems like they pee, take one single tissue and maybe just flap it in the toilet and then go. I'm like, how first of all, how do you pull your pants up that fast after you pee? How do you pull
They
your
probably
panties, your
don't.
pants,
Just like people don't wash their
wipe?
nasty hands when they go leave the bathroom.
It is the craziest thing that had literally happened today. I was leaving work. I was like, okay, I probably should use the restroom. I was walked out of the building. Then I was like, I got a lot of traffic, a long way to go. Let me go back and use the restroom. I went in that restroom, peed. I'm wiping like front to back. It's a lot of crevices. You know, mama ain't. It's some. She thick. Okay, I have to
Oh,
wipe.
Jesus.
And this lady came in after me, flush immediately out of the door. I'm like, so you finish peeing, the flush goes. I
And
don't know
you
how
go.
you have time to wipe,
Because
pull
people are
up your
nasty.
clothes,
You just
and
have to.
then walk out of the door. Like, how did you finish that fast? Is Have you ever noticed that? Or
No, I have. It's not you. People are just nasty. You just have to
what are they doing,
understand they're not wiping and they are just
Nisa?
nasty. Ugh, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
It makes me want to throw up.
I don't
They talked about
understand
this on
that
the
they not
Breakfast
wiping.
Club.
Really?
They talked about they
So
talk
it's
no
a
they
thing?
talked about no, not that. They talked about
Oh,
people not wiping good and leaving stains in their
on the
underwear.
draws.
And it was real live people calling up talking about
They don't
them
wipe.
or not just figuring out how to wipe good. I'm like, y'all
I
nasty.
don't. You can feel it
You
as
would
a.
think,
You can. I thought. I don't know. Hey, sis. Welcome back,
hey,
y'all. That was
sis.
just a. I
Yeah,
had
that was just
to.
an insert. People
I
nasty.
needed
That's all
to
you
know.
gotta just keep that in mind. People is
Interesting.
nasty.
Noted. Tucking that away.
Okay.
Welcome back, y'all.
And then when you
We.
see her next time, you look up and down, you
I don't know who it
nasty
was because she was
scoundrel.
in and
Oh,
out.
okay.
I
So
was
quick.
in
She probably didn't wash her hands either. That's a
barely,
whole.
barely. It was
Sure.
very quick. Out.
She
I
ain't
heard the
wash
whole thing. I was wiping. I heard everything happen. I know the timestamps.
What
Y'all,
up,
welcome.
y'all?
Don't listen to me, episode 23. We back, y'all.
We
Like we
back,
never left.
baby. Did you miss me?
That is my favorite Martin's
Oh
episode.
my God. I was watching Martin. You know, Nadia watches Martin. I just said, Shauna,
Yes.
she watches Martin every morning as she's getting ready for
Are you
school.
serious? That's what I need to start
She's
doing.
watched
Put me
them
in a good
so many
mood.
times and she laughs hard like she's watching it for the
Never.
first time. She's watched every single episode, every single episode. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a really good show. That is my favorite Martin episode, though. Varnell, did you miss me,
Did you
girl?
miss me?
I cackle. I just thinking about it. It's
I
so that was
know,
one
I
of the
know, I
funniest
know.
episodes. Anyway, y'all,
Seriously.
it's episode 23.
So
Don't listen to
23.
me. We're happy to be back. We're gonna catch up. Y'all saw the
Yeah, yeah.
title. Knuck if you bug. Shout out to the first lady. I need to know the church name, but if y'all have been under a rock, don't worry. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. We're gonna talk about it. My name is Lauren. I'm low.
And my name is Nisa, and I'm just over here. Yeah, we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. That's my jam. That still go hard. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh
Put me a
yeah.
little water.
So as y'all can tell, we're from Atlanta. We're sisters, and we just gonna talk about all manner of foolishness or whatever we want to talk about because why not? Everybody has
Period.
a podcast. Just
Including,
on including us.
including us. Why
Why
not?
not? Says what you drinking on?
Okay, so I'm actually drinking a Chardonnay. I don't
Ooh,
really drink Chardonnay that much, but I didn't
okay.
even look at it. You actually got me this. You gave me this. This is from the wine collection, and I'm not gonna even try to pronounce other than Benjamin Dar
Darnold.
Darnault. Benjamin Darnault, maybe that's his name.
Darnold.
But
Darnold.
this wine was made in 2020, the year of you know what, and it's 13.5%.
Mmm. Solid.
Right. It's from the Mediterranean coast. Okay.
Wow.
We'll see what this looking like.
Okay, so you hadn't actually tasted it yet?
I have not. I just opened it for the first time. I've been laying low. You know, I've been laying low. I gotta get my entire life together because, oh Lord, I gotta get my life together.
Sis drinking, you drinking with us tonight?
You say what now? Say what now? Oh,
now I'm excited.
Night.
We it's
Come
a party,
on.
y'all.
It's a party.
It's a
oh my
party.
God. I am too excited.
Party.
Come on, California.
Now, what you said,
is it rose or rose? Maybe rose. Maybe
I think
maybe
it has
maybe
to
rose.
She says, yeah.
Rose? Okay.
You know what? I wasn't gonna show y'all how full my cup is because I was trying to. I have too not been drinking much, so I had a lot of wine left over, and I was like, I gotta pour all this out so I can finish it because the wine that I really want to show is this wine. It's Sauvignon Blanc. I picked it up. It's also from the collection. Like my dad got for my birthday, he got a what's it called, a wine subscription with Naked Wine. Yeah, and it's
a wine club.
You know what? I haven't tried it, but I'm about to. It's 13.5 too. It's 13.5 too.
We on the same wavelength.
But what I'm drinking is one of my old faithfuls, and that cup is y'all. Ooh.
We both.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
In that order.
I'm not mad at it. I don't Chardonnay really anymore.
Chardonnay is pretty intense for me. It actually gets me pretty drunk.
Me too.
So I don't usually. I'm glad I gave you the Chardonnay.
Friend, she actually fools with Chardonnay.
She likes the Chard. She likes
Chardonnay.
The Chard, man.
Too litty.
Too litty in the city. I gotta redecorate it, y'all. I gotta get my plant pot so I can put my. Y'all know how I am with red wine, so I need to keep it far away from my vicinity. So there it is, but within reach.
Oh, geez.
I'm also very hungry, y'all. I'm gonna be
munching. That's cool.
Munching.
It's cool.
I will mute.
Who gonna judge you?
Nobody. Period. Okay, so y'all let us know what y'all are drinking because we need to know. And while you are pouring up your cups and cheersing one another, cheersing the person that you kicking it with and watching this with, and cheersing us, we're just gonna catch y'all up on what's been going on. As you know, we missed the week. We had every intention of pre-recording the episode or getting it to y'all. But then, things took a turn. So
because why? Because it's Lauren's birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's my sister's birthday, y'all. Oh.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
35. I am 35, also known as 35, and I am so grateful to have seen another year. People always,
yay.
I know getting older is like a thing, but I just feel like I've lost so many loved ones, and I'm just like, every birthday that I get to celebrate, it's all of our birthdays, all the loved ones I've lost that didn't get to see 35, that, I'm grateful. Very, very, very happy. So thank you, sis. I appreciate the birthday love. And yeah, that's what was going on. Do you want to chop it up about your week? Because I actually wanted to input a video of them where I'm saying,
cool. Yeah.
So maybe catch up first.
Yeah, my weekend. Oh my God, y'all. Let me tell you, my weekend, I was kid free and I was just praising Jesus. I was kid free on Friday and Saturday, and I got to binge watch some shows. I got to clean up my house from top to bottom.
Oh
I
yeah,
got to cook.
that's good.
I got to cook and just be in here relaxing, chillaxing, caught up on all my shows. And then on Sunday, I got to go to church. After
Mm.
church was so good too.
Oh,
And then after church, I got to meet up with the fam. You know how we do. Went over to moms and dads, and we cooked. Yes, we cooked collectively, me and mom. And for Lauren's birthday, I mean, we don't need a reason to celebrate, but thank the Lord that we all were together. Um, and yeah, it was just a good time. Your friends, for a few of your friends came. Our cousin came. Dad was there. The kids were there. They came. So it was a good time. We just kind of, kicked it and watched some um raunchy shows.
Toby.
Y'all in this daggone Tubi. Ugh. They was
That was
in. They was
so
some
funny.
in.
Yeah, came home, kept
It
watching, found
was.
another movie on Tubi, kept watching. Yeah,
Mm.
I did. I'm all in.
Now you just out of control. Now you just out of control.
Do you want to tell them about what Uncle B did for your son this weekend?
Oh my Lord. Let me tell y'all why I didn't have any kids this weekend. Because my brother went out of town and he left my son in charge of his condo for the weekend. He allowed him to come stay the weekend, and they just kicked it. Him and his homies. My daughter went over there with one of her friends the first night. I had to call and check in and make sure they weren't, tearing the place up. I did call B and ask him. I said, "How did they clean up?" I kept bugging him, making sure they cleaned up okay. He was like, this is how
What did he say?
he never just will give a straight answer. He'll just, try to like make something positive out. It's always a positive outcome. So he was like, "Well, when I got here, I started thinking about when I was his age and when I was roommates with,
Wow.
other guys, and we didn't necessarily know how to clean up,
Oh, he's
but I can
he's
tell they
relating.
tried. I could tell they tried." So I was like, you know what? I said, well, wait a minute. My son, he know how to clean up. I
He
done made him clean
does.
up, but I don't know. I think who knows? They had a good time though. They made it. They made it home safe and sound. Thank the Lord. So yeah, they said they had a good time, and yeah. Shout out to Uncle B for entrusting 19-year-olds to stay at your high-rise condo for the weekend. I mean, living the good life. Okay,
Really. Like, and
seriously.
our cousin best friend Haley, she's let, you know, our
Oh
my niece come over her place,
yes,
which
Lord
is
have mercy.
luxury, living in the lap of luxury in the
Luxurious.
city. So
It's good to have
that's like
rich
dope.
family members.
Oh,
It's
that's
good.
what I always say.
It's good to have rich
I am
family
also a
members.
beneficiary of having rich siblings.
So,
Hey, David. Thanks for
hey,
joining in, brother.
David, what up? So yeah, they had a
Hi.
good time, and yeah, man, I was living my best life. Do you hear me? Mm.
Before we go,
Woo!
what shows did you catch up on? Just like quick. I mean,
Snowfall is
the final
got
it's in the final season, right?
yes, and let me just say the last two episodes have been just bangers. Literally, when we get off tonight, I'm going to watch. I can't wait. I'm like, why is this the last season? The
Does
last
it come
two
on
episodes?
Thursdays? It's like it comes on
No,
Thursdays.
we got Hulu, so it comes on Wednesdays.
Oh,
So
okay. So
it'll
you watch it.
be
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
watch it a day late.
Hmm.
Um, and I caught up on what else did I catch up on? I've been watching some, just some shows here and there. But I did start watching the new Love is Blind.
We talked about it. I'm nervous about watching it. I'm
have one
planning
more
on,
episode to go.
but
I
another
think they
four comes
released.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh,
Another
so
four come out tomorrow.
yes,
Hmm.
I'm gonna have so much fun tomorrow sitting on my sofa. I'm so
Oh, I work
excited.
from home tomorrow. Maybe I can. Don't
Ooh,
tell nobody.
ooh,
I'm
I'm
not. I'm not gonna be working. I'm not doing nothing.
mm-hmm,
I'm not. I'm working from home tomorrow.
mm-hmm.
Okay, that's exciting. I
Tell me
got a
about
lot of
your
shows.
weekend, sis.
Okay,
Tell me
y'all.
about your weekend.
So
Your birthday
just
weekend.
yes, my birthday. So I ended up getting a lot of like adulting things done
Okay.
during the week. Finally, nobody's
Tell
talking
us
about
about
this,
one
and
of them.
maybe we'll like maybe we can have an episode on this, like what all goes, just the logistics of changing your name and all of the things,
Mm,
girl. I
it's a
it's two
hassle.
years later.
I done did that
My dude.
twice. Ish ain't fun. You hear me?
Girl, it's 2 whole years later, and I'm just now getting my documentation changed back over to my maiden name. But I was really excited. I'm like, I love my maiden
Yes.
name, and I
Right.
honestly don't know how I feel about changing it, but that's neither here nor there. So
Do
I
you think you'll
finally,
ever take it back again? That side though. Would you like when you get remarried or if you
if
get
I have
remarried, do you
kids, I would most likely, because I would want the whole family to have the same last name. But I don't know if I
yeah.
would do it again just being married,
Just
which
because I know it's rough like
it
that,
means
right?
more to me now that I changed it and now I got
Yes,
it back.
right.
You
I
know
tried to
it.
change my name.
Me
I
more than
tried
that.
because I wanted to be.
But you know who you are at heart. Well, I'm not gonna put our last name out there, but you always won. You always won.
Yes.
But anyway, so
Anyway,
did that. I had like a little appointment. I have a little just minor surgery that I'm having. I'm like a real adult now, but that was
you're an
another. I
adult.
had some doctor's appointments, scheduled some things, and then for the big, I had a big idea to like go on my first international solo trip this year for my birthday. That could still happen this year, but I had some other financial obligations that I needed to prioritize. So I was like, okay, I'll do a solo trip domestically and also with like where my family is. So we have family in the Pacific Northwest, and I ended up going to Portland, Oregon. I stayed in a yurt. I'm not sure if y'all know what that is, but I wanted to show y'all. So
A little tit.
I stayed in a yurt. It was lavish though. It was very nice
Love
outside on a
it.
farm.
Oh,
And it was just
that's
so
so
cute.
cool.
There was like an outhouse to
Oh
use the
my God, it was
restroom.
the outhouse.
Yes, girl. You'll see at the end of the video, it was like it's quote unquote an outhouse. It was a sink, an outdoor shower, and like a little, where
Oh,
you could do your
that's pretty
business.
much like Camp Sedine. That's pretty much. Remember when we used to go to Camp Sedine
Literally,
during the
it
summertime? Don't
really
nobody know about
is.
Camp Sedine. I still
Don't
haven't
know.
met one person that knows about Camp Sedine.
Camp.
Well, our mama
This
used
was
to
me
ship us
going back to
off.
Camp Sedine.
That's how they used to do us at Camp
That's the little
Sedine.
outhouse.
Oh
You see?
my gosh, that's so
So
cool. You weren't
it was.
scared out there? Like lions and
I,
tigers and bears?
let me tell you. Let me tell you. So as you can see, it's like on a little farm. It was very
Mm,
peaceful, but girl, it was
at night.
dark at night.
Oh,
Like when the sun was, and I woke
did
up
you
at.
sleep with the light on?
No, I can't sleep with the sleeping was not the hard part. The
Mm-mm.
maneuvering around in the dark was the scary part. It was very peaceful and very warm. There was electricity, so I was able to sleep very
Ain't no way.
peacefully.
Ain't no way. I
When
would have had a
I
light
tell
on.
you, you have to hike. I had to hike to get to the little yurt. So I had my luggage. They provide a wheelbarrow, sis, for you to put your luggage on. I'm hiking with a wheelbarrow, like, let me get here to
Oh,
my yurt.
you have to do it. You
I
will.
have to wheelbarrow my luggage
What is
up the
going
hill and
on?
through the woods to my little yurt I go.
No
Girl,
way.
so
That's
the first night,
hilarious.
girl, when I first came, one of the host's sons saw me struggling, and he was like, he ran out the front door like, I can help
Let
you
me
with
help this
your
black
luggage.
girl. This black girl doesn't know what she's doing. She can't be from around these
He helped
parts.
me, and he just was trucking, and I was like, dang, how are you going? Because when I tell you, I was
When have you ever toted a
a
wheel?
Think about that, y'all. You think it sounds easy until you throw your luggage on that wheelbarrow and are hiking to the
I
yard.
can't deal with you,
Honey,
Lauren.
that pet poor baby, I was like, oh, you just a little angel. So he helped me, but the next morning I was going to a hike with our brother and his wife. It was a rainforest that I wanted to hike to, so they took the day off, took me to the hike. But I had to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. There's no
Oh my
sun.
goodness.
There are no obviously street lights. When I tell you the fear of God, and I was like, you know what? I was waiting in my yurt, like trying to think of a way to turn on some lights because there was a flashlight, but I could literally see nothing but my hand in front of me on that. And I told you there's a hike to get from my yurt to the
So you
parking
had to
area.
hike in the dark? You
Sis,
is bolder than me, baby. You is
it,
Ooh, wait, you
I think what ended up happening, I called Rashad. Ooh, brother R. I guess it's fine. There's
it don't
many
matter.
Rashads.
They know him.
I
It's plenty of
called
them.
Rashad and was like, brother, because I overslept first and foremost, but it's still pitch dark out. I called him and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this yurt to the car because I'm scared because it's pitch black and the host is obviously asleep. I did text her to see if she could turn on like the little tree lights that they have.
Mm,
Nothing.
they need
So
to
I'm
keep
like,
them tree lights
just
on all night.
it's on a timer. It went off at like 9:30, 9:45 every night, girl.
Shut
So
up. You know what? I
that's what I
can't do
found
it.
out the next day when another incident occurred. But anyway, so I called Rashad. I'm like, you know what? Just stay on the phone with me. And I don't know if he lied to me or what. I was like, do they have like
I don't know
bears
if he lied to me.
or what do they have out here that could potentially kill me? He's like, no, no,
He
nothing, nothing,
definitely
nothing.
lied. He
He's like, there's
definitely lied.
nothing.
He definitely lied. Good
He's
job,
like, there's
brother.
nothing out there. There's nothing that can get you. Just get the flashlight. I'm on the phone and go to your car. So
Good
I'm on
job.
the phone. I'm like, okay, I can see the path. Okay, I'm flashing the flash. I can see the path. I'm flashing it so I can try to see as much as I can. I
Girl, I wouldn't have
go
did it. I would there was
and I
no
was
way.
like,
I'd
you
be
know what?
scared.
If I go, God forbid, but this is a very cool story. Like if I go in war, like if I go in like kicking and
Girl,
all that,
shut up.
I was like, now this would be
Oh my God.
no,
You
this
are
ain't nothing to
out
play
of
with. But I was like that.
control.
So needless to say, I ended up doing that hike in the pitch black dark two more times before my trip was over because I had to carry my luggage. And this time I had to carry my luggage from the yurt
Just
to the
stop it.
parking deck by myself
Just
at
stop
night.
it. I don't even know who you
By
are.
that time I was Laura
You are from the
Croft
country. Right.
and Tomb Raider. Y'all couldn't get with me, baby. I had did a hike to a yurt, did the hike at the rainforest. It was
Was
beautiful.
the hike cool, the rainforest?
It was very cool. You know, our brother girl, we went to like four different entry points trying to figure out where
Poor
we were
baby.
gonna
Poor
go. It
baby.
was
I can't even imagine.
freezing cold,
Was it?
snowing. I wish I could show y'all the snow. And there was snow. It was beautiful though. I was like, you know what?
You didn't dress appropriately?
I did. I had my
It was just
hiking
still
shoes.
cold.
It was just very cold. I didn't have gloves, but Rashad found gloves in his car. I had those. It ended up being it was everything that I needed. It was very peaceful. An adventure. It
Sometimes that's
was
all
an
you need. It
adventure
was it
and
was
peaceful.
definitely
So
adventurous, and now
y'all,
we know a side of you that no one knew about,
what?
that you're armed and you're dangerous. You know that there's a, not to get so much off topic, but there is a, I think this was based on a true story. I'm gonna have to do my
Oh,
digging to make sure,
Southern
but there,
gangster.
that's
How's
right,
that?
Kevin. She's a Southern gangster. I like that name. Hashtag
I
Southern
like that.
gangster. But
Mm-mm.
there is a movie currently out with a bear that was attacking some people at a campsite.
Cocaine bear girl.
Cocaine!
I can't
And
believe that made it to what white man pitched that idea and got it into
I
Hollywood.
think they said that that was, I don't
A
know. I
true
gotta,
story. I heard it was a true
right?
story in Georgia, right? I could be making the
That I
Georgia
don't
thing up,
know.
y'all. I could
But
be making, but I
the
feel like
bear took the cocaine and was wilding. Who?
what
I
a
said,
life.
there's no way I would watch this. Every time I see it scrolling through, I'm like, there's no way I watch this. I will never watch that movie. There's
It
no
has
reason for me to watch that.
there's
No
so
reason.
much marketing around it too. I'm like, there's obviously a lot of money around
They
this
are. I
movie.
see it everywhere. I'm like, why are we still talking about this stupid?
Unbelievable.
Why?
Fortunately, ain't no cocaine bear come out for your girl. I made it out, y'all. I'm here to see
She made
another
it out.
day and another year.
Hallelujah.
Probably would only do that again if the weather was nice. Cause this is another aside. Like I used that bathroom one time, and the way my life is set up, I have to pee real bad when I wake up. Held it, held
I
it.
thought you said hell did. I thought you was about to say hell no. Hell no. I won't go. Hell no.
Also that, also that, and
Held it.
I used the shower and the bathroom at our brother's apartment. I was like, thank y'all so much. They let me use that because the shower it was so cold. I'm like, first is and dark. Like every time I needed to take a
Girl, you
shower,
just
it
gonna
was
get
dark.
eaten. You gonna get eaten because it gets dark
It was
really
that
early there
early out
too.
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, thank you for letting me go off like that
Oh,
on this.
Jesus.
That
Why
was
would
it
you
for
do
the
that?
for the
I
catch
was
up.
nervous. Look, I was nervous. Lauren wasn't texting me back. I'm texting our brother like after having a whole full conversation with my mom, like, you just gotta trust God and not be worried about these kids because God has them in his hands. And then I'm texting and can't get in touch with Lauren and I'm stressed and I'm like, wait a minute, she's in the wilderness. She got this tent and she wasn't
My sister worried
responding.
about me.
I was like, oh
Girl, I was
Jesus, I need
fine.
to take my own advice and chill out. I was stressed.
Oh,
But
child, I was
anyway,
just cold, but I was
I'm glad
okay.
you made it. Well, I'm glad you had a great birthday, sis.
Thank you,
Happy,
sis.
happy, happy birthday. I'm grateful that you saw another year. I pray the Lord blesses you with many, many, many more years on this earth,
Thank you,
all
sis.
of us together, and
Yeah,
just prosperity, love, happiness, all of that
all
good stuff.
that for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
awesome.
Appreciate
Well, let's
it.
get into it, baby. What we talking about?
Yeah,
What we
y'all
talking
saw the
about?
title now. I don't know if y'all saw this clip. My sister, I still haven't dipped my toe back on social media, but my sister will send me like clips on what's going on social media. So there was this first lady who apparently went viral because she basically told some woman, "Knuck if you buck." So we gonna play the clip for y'all, and
Yeah,
then let's all,
let's get into it. Let's get into it.
all right, y'all. Listen with your eyes and your ears, okay?
That tried to come in between me and my husband. Tasha Davis, I told you I'm not your typical first lady. This first lady fight. And if I catch you in the street, I warned you. I know I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm gonna walk hot.
Some folks are praising the First Lady for her honesty and for keeping it real, but others aren't convinced this was church appropriate. What y'all think? Does Pastor have a point?
Did you hear the organ when she said, "I'm a whoop yo," and he dun, 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 dun.
First of all, I have to play this again just because I'm so invested in this first lady's
Look how she
energy
pointing.
and audacity.
She wanted to say, "Bitch, I whoop your
She,
mother."
I would bet my last $5 that she probably did cuss on the pulpit at some point in that
At some
sermon.
point, she had to
Yo, okay,
do it again.
I
Come
gotta
on.
play it again. Here,
She a fighter.
The woman from Atlanta that tried to come in between me and my husband. Tasha Davis, I told you I'm not your typical first lady. This first lady fight. And if I catch you in the street, I warned you. I know I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm gonna walk hot.
Some folks are praising the First Lady for her honesty and for keeping it real.
yo, how did he
Dun, dun,
know
dun,
to
dun,
come
dun.
in?
I'm a
The
whoop
MD
yo.
deserves a freaking Grammy.
He said, "Oh, you ain't gonna do that, first lady. I got you."
He bleeped her
Nope,
out
nope, nope. He
in real
did.
time.
Fell out when I heard that, I said, wait a minute, was that staged? Did they do that?
Like, was that in post? Yo,
Listen,
sis.
let me just say, first of all, Tasha Davis is a very standard name. And
You actually
I
remember.
can only imagine how many Tasha Davises there are in Atlanta,
He said,
Georgia.
yes, she did cuss in
I-
another clip. I knew it.
She cussed, Kevin. She cussed.
He said you have to see the whole. Send it to. Oh my God, I don't
I
even
can't
know where
watch
you
the
can
whole
send it. I'm
video.
not on.
I can't watch the whole video. Okay, maybe I
Tell
will.
me what she did.
After
What
this.
is she? Okay, I'm gonna look on YouTube. I'm gonna just look on YouTube on
After
my
this.
personal time.
She
Yeah, and
cussed,
after this,
y'all. She cussed in the pulpit.
y'all, what else? Y'all have to like give us some more deets on highlights.
Give us more deets. Give us more highlights
we're
as
just-
we talk this through.
We just have to like, yeah, we're gonna have to talk through the clip that we saw. Okay, sis,
I
please.
feel bad for Tasha Davis. I know a Tasha Davis from high school. I think her last name changed, but her name used to be Tasha Davis. It's a lot of Tasha Davises out there. I feel bad.
You think that's
for
the
that
Tasha
baby.
Davis? She said Tasha Davis in Atlanta.
No, it's a lot of Tasha Davises in Atlanta, baby. It's a Tasha Davis. That's a regular name.
High school now.
Come on, now listen. Let me tell you something.
Oh, now all the Tasha Davis is about to be like, what?
All the people that know Tasha Davis are going to be like, was that you that first lady was talking about on the pulpit? Listen, let me just say this, okay? In all honesty, I know. First of all, okay, this is off subject. Let me just go back real quick because the last time we had our episode, we talked about Sierra and her dressing inappropriately. However, I want to issue an apology to my good sis Sierra because I didn't have all the deets. What they didn't tell me was that she was at a lingerie party and everybody was dressed in lingerie. It wasn't just my good sis Sierra out here showing her flapjacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was technically it was the Vanity Fair party, but the theme was barely there. So everyone basically had like barely there clothes
anything on.
And
they only honed in on Sierra because of who she is. So I apologize for my good sis.
Because people hate Black women. So let's just
because people hate, they don't protect Black women. They don't protect Black women. So I wanted to start off with that because if for any reason, you know how, you know, we could be popping in the future and they'd like to play clips back and be like, cancel her. I don't want y'all to cancel me. I'm sorry, my good sis Sierra from Atlanta. She from Atlanta too. Boom.
Yeah.
So listen. I said all that to say, I do feel that there is a such thing as freedom of speech. However, there is a time and place for everything. You can't be out here as the first lady acting like a hood rat and about to knuck if you buck in the pulpit. You know what I can bet, and I don't know this is not actual and factual, but don't listen to me. I can bet her husband was entertaining this Tasha Davis, and she just thought that she needed to call Tasha Davis out so she know, hey, I know what you and my husband doing, but I'm going to end it right now. She don't know. She the real person that she should have been having this conversation with was with her husband behind closed doors. And if it was something that was, even if it was something that was public, you need a publicist or something to tell you how you need to handle and talk through these difficult conversations when you have certain platforms. Like, you just can't be out here all willy-nilly. I cannot believe that we live in a day and age where people think that there is just no regards and they can do whatever what they want to do in the house of the Lord. Now, you know what would have been bad? If the Lord Jesus would have just said, I'm just going to smite you right here. You can't be doing that in my house. Maybe it wouldn't have been. Either or, don't listen to me. But you just can't be doing whatever you want to do, especially in the house. You do that on your own time. Don't be doing that on God's time. What's wrong with you?
Listen here.
Wild. Tell me what you think, sis. Tell me what you think.
I've had my fair share of outbursts down to the pulpit.
I thought you was about to say I've had my good days. You know how I get. Okay.
But I'm not a first lady. So, and look, I am all here for calling out a old dusty, rusty, cheating, no good, whoever, scoundrel, male or female. Call them out.
Period. Call them
Tell
out.
the world.
Yes.
But don't call out the person that wasn't in the relationship with you. Now, obviously, again, because we don't have all the facts, I am commenting on the clip that I saw. And I'm obviously making assumptions about, I'm filling in the lines however I
wonder
want
how
to.
long she talked about this.
It's the internet, baby.
That's,
I'm doing that.
Oh God.
I'm filling in the lines. But what even if her husband was not entertaining Tasha Davis, even if Tasha Davis was just being a low down dirty scoundrel, I think she could have had that same speech to Tasha Davis in her face, in the DMs, wherever she wanted to, but just not on the pulpit.
Hold up, then, First Lady. Hold up.
Honestly, she could have even went on Instagram Live. For some reason, she could have went on Instagram Live, tagged Tasha Davis, been like, I'm out here. Come see me. I'm about to be at Piedmont Park at 7:45 p.m. with my Vaseline.
The Walmart, baby. They was gonna be down
and
at
my
the
brass
Walmart.
knuckles. It is the Walmart off of MLK. The Walmart.
That one is rough.
Sure. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
That's where it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if she would have did that, it's something about her being like, yeah, I am pouring. I don't know if she was doing the announcements, the main word, if she was doing the call to worship, the benediction,
I got to go back.
the
I'm
welcome.
gonna look at this on TV.
What part of the service did she sneak this in on? Was this?
She gonna get a.
It had to be the main service, unless she's like one of the worship leaders, and snuck it in on down to the worship. But I'm like, how you airing out your own personal marital issues over the pulpit when people are up in here? Somebody could have left and been contact.
But you know what? No.
I can't even get my thoughts out. She
was leading and offering when she did that. Had to be. She had to be doing the tithes.
Had to be leading tithes and offering.
But honestly, real talk.
That's so weird.
This is she even said, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this. She even said that. But the thing is, I feel like if her husband was not, this is just me, don't listen to me. But if her husband was not doing anything to entertain this other woman, there would be no reason
for those strong emotions.
It out.
That's real.
No, it wouldn't have been no reason. Like you would have been like, oh, my man is.
He shut that down.
Why am I even bothered? Why am I? I'm not bothered. Now I still might check you, but that's definitely gonna be behind closed doors. Hey, don't reach out to my man no more, B. Or I'm a you know what. Or the other F word, one or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of them. Okay. And yeah. So, but if her husband shut it down, clearly he did not. Or clearly, maybe she. You know what? I'm just gonna play a scenario. Maybe her husband didn't know that she knew, and she just said it out there on the pulpit, and that was his first time knowing that she knew what was going down too. Listen.
We need to look for. We need to look for the other camera angle that was angled towards the husband. Because if we have a camera angle that shows his reaction, then we will know the full.
We would know everything. We would know everything. As a matter of fact, I'm a DM him. I'm just playing.
Find him.
I'm playing. Because I ain't gonna be no Davis. No. Listen, my name, you gonna find that real quick. Y'all gonna be like, oh, I know it.
Oh yeah, that is true. You got a unique name. But for real though, I was actually thinking about this randomly. Like, I've known like women that will not call out like their, or men too, men or women who wouldn't call out their significant other after they've done them dirty, and they're just like, I'm taking the high road. I'm not gonna say anything. And then I've known other people like, after whatever they've been done dirty, they'll blast it to the world and be like, yeah, this is what happened. That's what that person did. Like, I don't know if you remember Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show, Gabrielle Bouvet, I think is her
Oh
name.
yeah, yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
went
Her
viral some
husband.
years ago because I think her husband cheated on her and she sent like an email to his company, everybody in his company, like telling he cheated on me, that went off. She's Haitian. Hopefully that doesn't come across as politically incorrect. But she went off on him, told the whole company, blasted. And I've like known personally some people and myself included. I haven't like bashed, at least not by my standards, anybody, but I have spoken about, hey, this is that, that's that. And I've known other like people that I follow that would be like, yeah, this is that, that's that, this is, and
Mm-hmm.
just tell it all. And I'm like,
Yeah.
me myself personally, I understand. Like previously, I would have
Mhm.
been like, "That's not right. You shouldn't air
Yeah.
out all that. You shouldn't say that." But today,
When
at
you
my
when
big
you get
age,
when
I'm
you
like,
actually have had
I
something,
don't see no problem with it. Me, myself personally, if you want to
yeah,
get that off and you want to tell folks, tell them,
that's
and just
fine.
be prepared for. Some people are gonna think that's trifling. Some people are gonna think you lying. Some
But
people are
not in
gonna
the
still blame you. But
pulpit. Not in the
in the
pulpit.
pulpit is that the only way I could have sort of kind of been like, okay, that was crazy, but maybe she's just at her wits' end, was if she called her husband out for
Exactly.
his SH
Because he had to have some action
star
in this as
T.
well. Star T. Listen,
I don't know.
let me just
Don't
say,
listen to me.
let me just say, there is just an etiquette across the board that no matter where you are, and my good
That's
sis,
real.
um, heart consultant said this to me because I actually we were talking about it and I asked her, how she felt about it. And she was like, this is the perfect example. I'm going to use her example. You're not going to go to your job and tell your job what you are and aren't going to do, or you're going to find yourself jobless. Or and I'm not quoting her, but you're not going to go into, your place of business and be like, oh, I'm just going to call everybody out and basically destroy your reputation. For her to be a first lady and for the goal to be you're reaching souls and helping to heal the world and bringing
Yeah,
people to
that's just
Jesus.
weird.
You can what if another woman was sitting in the church and she was also going through just finding out her husband cheated on her, or finding out that her husband was
Whew.
interacting with another woman
That's true.
in an inappropriate
She's
way.
an example.
And instead of you showing me the light and preaching, and she could have even took the high road and preached about, forgiveness, or how, making amends or anything. But instead of you doing that, you showed me, oh, pop off.
Right.
That's what Jesus would do. I could pop off,
Yeah,
and we can be okay with that because you can do it in the pulpit. So if you can do
that's
it in the
true.
pulpit,
She set a bad example.
surely, terrible example, terrible example. And this is on a tangent, but I think a lot of times this is why there's two things to this, and I'm gonna wrap it up so you can talk, sis. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
This
Take your
is
time,
why
sis.
I feel like a lot of people have church hurt because, one, yes, we do put people on pedestals and act as if they are God themselves, even though they are just the vessel. But two, we have to be aware of how of the influences that we have and how we are pretty much moving and shaking. Because me as a leader, I have to lead by example. And honestly, even if she did act off of emotions, it would be my sincerest hope that she would go to church and really mean it, not because she went viral. Even if she didn't go viral, it would be my sincere hope that she would go back to church and be like, you know what, guys, I did not handle that appropriately. Because yes, we all are human, but to be like, I didn't handle that appropriately, and I want us to backtrack, and I want to tell you how I probably should have handled that in a better way, in a better light, because that is how people get. That's really how people get church hurt. That's how people get church hurt, from being steered in the wrong direction. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm annoyed by her.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, I agree with everything you said, honestly. It just was it was a weird thing, I guess. I don't know. I do know it's just so many pastors held to like a higher stand. Pastors and first ladies and church leaders are held to such a higher standard when they're really
I
just
get
human
it.
beings. So
Yeah, they
it
are.
is what you're saying. Like, it's fine to misstep. It's unfortunate if it's on such a wide scale where everybody can see. But
Right.
hopefully she will maybe try to, let
Some
people
kind of
know
way.
this wasn't the godly example that
Yeah.
I wanted to set, and maybe be vulnerable and just kind of let people know where she was at, and she was just having a human moment, which is fine. It's just weird, to
I,
go that far.
but
Like,
honestly, and this might be in
never
a
mind.
whole different conversation for real. Not to cut you off, sis, but it almost makes me feel like sometimes when people are quick to like and I understand we are human, but it also makes me wonder if they are really called in the positions that they're in, because I feel like if you are really called by God, then he is really going to deal with you, and you are going
Wow.
to really know how to move and shake and how to handle certain situations.
Hmm.
And when you're not called by God and you just, it's just for, I'm not saying this is the case, but it's just for like show, or just for clout, or just for financial gain, then sometimes I think, or maybe you are called by God and you just kind of steer to the left, too much to the left, and God trying to hone you back in. But I just wonder sometimes, are they really called based on how they, handle certain situations? I don't know.
That's real. That's real. I wonder, like, this is a really good conversation to like explore. You know, I I do like battle with this. Hold on a minute. Red wine 35, had to clear that out. Um, I do like go back and forth with this. Ooh, and my shirt wrinkled, y'all. I'm sorry. Ugh. Well, actually, I'm not sorry because I'm clothed. So you're welcome.
Come on.
Um,
Stupid Lord,
no,
what is wrong
I'm
with
all
you?
over the place. Pardon me, pardon me. Back on track.
No, I'm
Well,
not
I was
sorry
gonna,
because I'm close. Are out of control.
yeah. Um, so no, what I do kind of go back and forth with is the idea of wondering, like, not, and like, this is a good conversation. I'm not like rebuttaling what you're saying. It's very valid. I'm just, for the sake of
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
add to the conversation. I wonder if it is our position to determine who is called. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and I do think that even like, you can be called, but not in a position, or not yet matured to
Yes.
walk in your calling just yet. Like
Now that's good.
David was called when he was
Come
still
on.
working.
Preacher. Preaching.
Child,
Talk about
he
David.
was
Talk about him.
called, but he was not yet in a position. God hadn't released him to walk into that calling until much later, after he had been called, after he had been anointed. So I just wonder,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know. I mean, I know that we definitely can see fruits. Like, no,
Right.
like by the fruit that you produce, if you are actually being obedient to the call. But I
Right.
don't know if we have the agency to determine, were they called? Maybe like we can say, they're not being obedient to the call because
They're not being
they're not
obedient to the
producing the
call.
proper
Okay.
fruit.
That's a good way to put it. No, for sure. That's a good way to
Tomato,
put it.
tomato. I don't know. Maybe it's
Eh,
semantics.
you know, I mean, seriously, no, I get what you're saying, and I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to put it. Although I still do think that there are some people out here that just,
For sure. That
that
goes
aren't
without saying.
necessarily called and they just out here, but I think
For
again
sure.
that produces you just being mishandling things will certainly produce people pushing away and saying, well, that's why I don't go to church. It's, I mean, because
True.
we've been in church and we've heard so many things and we've seen so many things. That's the only reason I can talk about, how church hurt plays a part in to the actions that leaders have, their actions. But again, they're also human too. And that's where we have to kind of reel it in and be like, you know what? Maybe they just had a human moment, like you said, and they didn't handle it in the appropriate way. And maybe she won't acknowledge that she handled it inappropriately. Maybe she will. But I do firmly think that if you have to address something to that extent in a pulpit, then it wasn't about Tasha Davis. It was it was about your husband and his interaction or his part in this as well. And she's trying to say, no, 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 you can't have my husband. And who knows what he's saying? Maybe he's saying Tasha Davis can have him.
Ooh,
I don't know. Don't listen to me.
ooh.
I'm just a third party. I'm just going, I don't know. Don't listen to me. Okay.
Whew, you know what? That's very good. Shout out to First Lady Knuck if you bug. First of all, that's the
She should have
energy we
played.
on.
That's the
Tasha,
that's the that's the song they should have played on the keyboard while she was.
yeah, the drum, that drum kit.
That's what they should have played. I want them
That
on.
need to be her intro next week when
I
she come to
wonder if
do
she's
tithe and
from
offering.
Atlanta. I'm gonna have to
We
look her up. I'm gonna have to.
Well, she said in Atlanta as if she wasn't in Atlanta.
She
You know
did
what I
say in
mean?
Atlanta. Tasha Davis from
In
Atlanta
Atlanta, she said it like she's
or
somewhere
in
else.
Atlanta. I gotta pour some more wine.
Mm.
This
We need
13.5%. I'm just
preach.
gonna do a little bit.
Yeah, just a, what he say? Just a
Just
splash,
a
just a
splash.
splash.
Oh my God, I saw my buddy over the past couple of weeks too.
Oh, buddy.
I think I don't
Yes,
want to move
because
it.
oh, okay. Never
She's out of
mind. We
control.
almost pulled up on y'all.
Mm,
It's been a time of celebration and libations, if you will.
love.
Okay. All
All
right,
right.
y'all. Okay. More on that. Hopefully there will be more developments. Somebody follow this story. First
I'm
Lady Knuck
gonna
if you
watch the
bud.
whole thing. I'm gonna watch the whole. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find
Oh,
it on YouTube.
bro said he
I gotta
texted to
see
me.
it.
I didn't know he know my number. Let's see.
Boom. Get my number 2, bro. Send it to
Oh,
me.
he did.
It
Okay.
says
It's
text it
on
to me. Text it
YouTube.
to me. It is.
Okay.
Text it to me. Text it to me.
Pastor Jamelia Gooden cussing and threatening to fight. That's the title.
Now we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. Hey, come on, Jamil. She look like she ain't from Atlanta though. She got to be from like Detroit. She look like she from Detroit. What do you
She
think?
it's so
She from Detroit.
cold in the deep. She giving Motown. What's that song?
Girl, I got to look
She
her up.
giving. I've been working on a chain gang. I don't have no. It's all these industrial fumes in the air. That's
And when
Detroit.
she was doing that right there, baby,
She
she ain't playing with y'all.
Tasha,
Y'all
you might
better
wanna
nut.
lay low and duck. They might want to nuck and duck because she nucking in. But
Come
she's First Lady
on.
Knuck if you buck.
That's
She's first. I
that's
don't
what
know
the
what
name
her
should have
real name
been.
is.
Knuck and Duck, because she knucking and bucking. Or Knuck and Buck. I don't know.
You know what?
Okay, never mind.
The wine's setting in, y'all.
Woo!
We got a lot to talk about because we didn't talk for the last week with
Yeah.
you guys. So just
So stay
pour
tuned if you can.
pour another drink. What are you doing? Drink with us. We're drinking on a Thursday. We only have one more work day.
Work day. And my
We're
work day is
drinking.
half a day. My work days are half days on Fridays. To glory be to God.
We're drinking tonight. Pour up another cup.
To
Oh,
glory be.
okay. We were wrong. She's from New York,
She's
which
from
also
New York,
tracks.
baby!
I would have
Okay.
guessed secondly New Jersey.
Now, I would have believed it if they said New Jersey, but dang, New York.
New York.
Where her husband
Okay.
from? What they were doing in Atlanta? What he was doing in Atlanta? You know what? Never mind.
It was a virtual cheat. They do that.
Not they do that. You know what virtual cheating is? Social
What?
media cheating.
Exactly. Because Tasha Davis was in the DM. She was probably sending them pictures. She was probably.
She probably
Okay,
was
we've
sending
gone too
her OnlyFans. They've been talking about OnlyFans. This
She
wasn't a real
from
thing.
Atlanta.
I wouldn't put
I would
nothing
imagine.
past her.
OnlyFans.
I'm about to
Okay.
find Tasha Davis.
Y'all, this is.
I'm gonna tell them I'm praying for her.
I'm gonna
New
follow
York.
this story. We got to have a little update next week. Some
Recap.
more deets because this is too hot for TV.
Right.
And she said the Bronx. She
The
shouted out her borough. Y'all.
She from where Cardi B from. You know she don't put. Ooh, shit. Cardi B go to her church. Cardi B got to go to her church.
And Offset. Offset, do you know Tasha Davis? Because he's from Atlanta.
The dots are connecting. Okay. More to come.
We've cracked the code.
Thank you, Kevin.
We don't even need to
Thank
follow
you, Kevin.
Thank you,
bro.
Kevin.
Thank you. We're going to
We
follow this
caught in the
story.
loop. Okay, y'all. On to the next topic, which
Yeah,
I don't even
that's a good
know
one.
how TF to bring this into your awareness, y'all. I don't even, this is just so out of control that I'm gonna just have to give a recap because I don't even have the clip. But
Yeah, you have. I've seen it well, it's been a little while since I've seen it. So can you give a recap, please?
yeah, I'll give a recap. I saw this recently on a YouTube short. And basically, our good sis Nia Long, you know what I'm saying? I love me some Nia Long. She was in an interview, and I don't even know how it. Oh, we're gassy. You don't want to be, but you are. It's fine.
Old age.
She was in an interview and basically said something along the lines of, you know, I've always dated older men, and she was saying how. Hold on. I had to belch too. It runs in the family. So she was saying how she's always dated older men, and it came out where she said casually on Beyonce's internet to the entire world to hear. She said out of her mouth, when I was in high school, my boyfriend was 30. She said that her boyfriend
was 16, right?
30. I don't know. All I heard her say was when I was in high school. Even if we gave the highest age of high school, even if we said 18. She flunked a grade or two and she was 19 and was just held back twice
17,
in high school.
No, I'm pretty sure she said 16. I'm pretty positive she said 16.
And she said that her boyfriend was 30 years old.
That ain't the kicker, though.
And her mother knew.
Her mother knew.
She said, but he did it the right way. He asked my mom. I don't even know. Is this just something that's new? Because a lot of people have told me like that back when they were in high school, back in the day, they knew a lot of high school girls that were in their high school class that were dating like 30-year-old men.
You know why? Because we were lying about our ages. That's why. That wasn't because they knew. Well, there may be some pervs out there because of clearly this world is just, I almost said a bad word. I almost said a real bad word. This world is just, you know what, effed up. And there are pedophiles out there, you know, and it makes me want to fight
Like
But
Knuck if you buck. First
Knuck,
lady,
if
Knuck
you
if you
book,
buck.
first lady, come on, first lady,
That's
come
who
help
we
me,
need.
come help me, first lady.
That's who we need this rally.
If I had first lady on my side, we could conquer the world, pinky in the brain. So
Oh,
listen, I'm gonna be a brain, of course. But
naturally.
anyway, she said that she was, I'm pretty sure she said she was 16 and he was 30 and her mother knew about it. But I do feel that I'll say, I was coming up in the 1900s, and and I think when I was coming up in high school, I graduated in the 1900s, and it was cool for us to. I may be telling too much of my business, but it was
Tell it.
cool. It was cool for us to, like, in high school, tell guys we were older than what we were. I mean, that was like a normal thing. Now, me, myself, and I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know what them other scoundrels was doing, but me, myself, and I was a scaredy cat. So yes, I might have told some guys I was, a couple of years older. Just
Scratch that neck.
yeah, I
A
was a
couple of
couple of
years
years
older.
older, but I never went through with it. However, I do know females that did. I absolutely do. And now, me being a mom to a 17-year-old, my
N
ninja,
word.
my ninja.
Telepathy didn't work that
Let me
time.
tell you, well, no, that's where I was going, but I had to
Okay.
say another word, ninja. Let me tell you something. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. You continue talking.
Okay. Y'all, that is some really crazy stuff. Like, I am not like, I'm just, I'm 35. So I also grew up in the 1900s, in the 90s. And even if you're lying about your age, I just can't see, like, my niece is 17. I can't see a 16-year-old unless she's Kylie Jenner looking like she's 25 or a reasonable age. Like, I know that it's the age of social media and everybody's looking older, but back then when Nia Long was 16, Nia Long
We
was
look like
30
16.
now. I
Exactly.
know she looked like a 16-year-old when she was 16.
Exactly.
Mm, I don't know,
It's
man.
it's rough because I honestly do think it's wild. Let me just tell you this. Hold on. Let me just say this. Hypothetically speaking, right? I'm a married woman, so I'm just really hypothetically
Yeah, this is
speaking.
fake news. Don't listen to
Fake
her.
news. But if my child brought a 30-year-old home talking about that was her boyfriend, no, he's not. He's my boyfriend. I mean, we are closer in age than you and him. It's too many. Listen, and I don't even know if that's if he was 30, and I'm my big grown age, I don't think that might be a myth. Milf, maybe not. But it's definitely not a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a MILF than a pedophile. Weigh
Oh,
your odds here.
you're going there.
Weigh your odds here. So no, he's not your boyfriend. He's my boyfriend. Sit your little bitty underage, you know what, down, and shut up. On. My 16-year-old brings a 30-year-old home, and because listen, I love me alone.
Me too.
I really love her. I just want to know what her mom's thought process was on, oh, he
This
came to me as a respectful
y'all,
30?
and not to tread on heavy grounds here. Like, I'm not. I don't even want to talk about this old ridiculous stuff, but this makes me get. Don't listen to me. I'm almost a full glass in, so I'm gonna just say it, man. F it. I'm gonna say
Say it, say it with your
it.
whole chest.
This is what makes me realize how R. Kelly was a thing, how this was even possible. Like,
No,
if there
sister,
were, and
that
I'm
is
not,
mind blowing. You're right.
I'm not blaming. I'm not even one to blame the parents. Really, I truly am not. I tend to have the blame where the person did it. But just hearing Nia Long say her mom knew
She was in an
around
R.
that,
Kelly relationship.
she knew that this 30-year-old man was in a relationship with her 16-year-old daughter, and she did it the right way. And even at her big age today, she's still in her mind. It doesn't process as something is wrong with that.
Wrong. So
She
she
said
probably
it to the
doesn't think
world
that something's
like it
wrong
was
with what R.
normal and it
Kelly
was okay.
did.
So that really is
Sis.
like it. I guess I am, and I always say this, but I'm like, maybe it's just the way we were raised that it all like even.
We was
And I
raised
would
right.
I would like to know more about because you said that you might have lied about your age, but you never went through with it. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
even if you lied about your age, what's the oldest guy you could pull at 16?
Exactly. A
Like
30-year-old?
30 seems very old for a 16, even a 16-year-old.
Kelly-ish, as you said.
I would imagine at 16 I could get away. I could say 21. They might not believe me. I might just say 21 because I want to drink with them and they, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would believe I'm like 19, 20, 19 at 16. But then I'm like, even if I'm 16, I say I'm 21, which is they don't believe probably,
Mm-hmm.
but they do think I'm like 19. What is the oldest dude that you're pulling as a 16-year-old looking like a 19-year-old? 30?
I would be
It still
interested to
feels
hear
old.
from I would be interested to hear from the women, because I will say, and this is in all honesty, I will say that there were many, many, many times that older men, and you probably actually know a particular
Yeah.
situation where older men definitely hit on me and definitely knew I was underage,
Those
or
were clear-cut creeps, though.
but they're out here. And maybe her mom thought that he was a good dude, but he probably was a real creep.
If
Like, you gonna let
one
your
of those
16-year-old daughter go with a 30-year-old? They're going to the movies. No, they're going to the park to you know what. You know what?
They going to this
I
man's house
don't
where he
know.
got a mortgage and 3 kids at. He's 30. Are you kidding me? Do you
I'm
know how
sick of
hard it
folks,
is?
people.
I'm 35. My N word. It is hard to find a
Out here
man
for a
over
pimp.
30 years old with no kids, no baby mamas, and a more and like all of them
Real
have
life
kids,
responsibilities.
more like things. And you mean what you talking? I can't. If our career paths are too far off, I can't even think of things to talk about with you.
That's what I'm saying.
How are you?
But that's why this
I feel bad for her
30-year-old.
though.
That's why this
I hope she in
30-year-old
therapy.
was. Me too, in healing.
That's
That's why this 30-year-old was entertaining a 16-year-old, because he probably didn't have anything in common or didn't have anything going for him. He probably still living at home in the basement in his mama's house. But that's neither here nor there.
had to be.
It's some real creeps out here, and you just got to listen. Sex trafficking in Atlanta is like the number one.
Yeah.
It's bad, y'all. We didn't have to deal with sex trafficking when, I was growing up in the 1900s, which I'm sure it was still out there, but it's so like
In your face.
it's so out there now. And I feel terrible that even I've seen my daughter talk about how, like I've been places with her, or been to the mall and been just out shopping, and I've seen a man kind of look her up and down, and my little bitty old self, I'd be like, Knuck, if you book too, like, what you looking at her for? She's young. Don't be looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally
Yeah.
be ready to fight. There is no regard for, oh, she's underage. That's why R. Kelly was able to get away with it for so long. And truth be told, he probably knew a lot of niggas that was doing it too.
Oh, of course. I mean, we know a lot. Like, I'm not just trying to throw everybody's name up in there, but even Kimora Lee Simmons was like 17 when she met Russell. Not Kimora, what's his name? The vegan Russell.
Russell Simmons.
Simmons. or
even
allegedly. That's what I heard. The word on the curb
no,
is she was 17, which is
girl,
still
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. He ain't no ninja, but
who the
that
other one,
ninja,
Woody Allen.
that
I'm
was
a
a
black lady. I don't
thing.
know what the names are
Oh
these
no, you be knowing the
of these
names.
white
I don't be
men.
knowing the names.
Woody, somebody who was with his stepdaughter or something. Child. Maybe that's why the mom didn't realize like that was a weird thing, because even like back in the day with our grandparents, like our grandparents,
Good point, sis. Because our
they
grandparents were how old? They were.
they had like a 17-year age gap. So back in the
They
day, the men were getting
did.
them at 16.
You know,
Yeah,
they were, because the
coming back
families
from
were
Vietnam,
pretty much
going
them,
through
and the families were
yeah,
marrying them
marrying them off.
off, and
Yeah.
dang, sis,
But
I
you
didn't
know
even think
what the
about
difference
that.
was back then? Like I've heard some like people say, like point out,
Hmm.
grandmama couldn't get a bank account. Grandma couldn't get a
She
credit
couldn't
card.
vote. Probably could she
Grandma
vote?
couldn't
Could she vote back then?
after time, not when she first was with granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it ain't the same.
She couldn't get a job. Yeah, it was
No.
so many different. She had to be a homemaker. Absolutely, you're
And be
right.
supported by her husband and a man.
And be supported
And if
by,
he had to
yes.
be older to be
Oh,
birthing
that
them
reminds
babies.
me of even Viola Davis. Her, now I don't think they
Oh
had a.
yeah.
I don't know if they had a big age gap, but her mom was like married at
Oh
15 or
my
16.
God. Is this real? No.
Cousin, cousin, you.
Is that real? Cause
If that's real, then we're canceling his ass. It's just simple as that.
uh
It's as simple as that. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. When are we gonna take a stand? When are we gonna take a
I'm
stand?
so tired of these shenanigans. I am really effed up over that,
Let me
man.
let me write this down. I'm gonna write this down because I got to do my research. I know
He said Justin mama. Hold on, is Justin the one that looks just
that's the
like
oldest
Diddy?
one.
Oh my God. Is this real? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So basically,
You
we're
gotta be
saying that
kidding me.
we're saying that they were all an R. Kelly. Now, I do think R. Kelly might have taken it. I don't know. You know what? Don't listen to me. I don't want to get into this
This
anymore. I
is
think this is.
effing me up,
I'm
man.
treading on thin
This
ice.
is too hot. The block is too hot.
The
We need
block
to
is
just
hot.
jump off. This is
That's
crazy.
Diddy's song. The block is hot.
Block is hot. The block
You
is
know what?
hot.
The block is hot.
That's Lil
Yes,
Wayne,
that's
ain't it?
Diddy. I think that was the band that Diddy. That was the band that Diddy had with Jeezy. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Look,
Y'all quote
I
me if
don't
I'm
really know.
wrong.
You look, where Walla? Walla, the light skinned one. I thought that was Al
The
B.
light
Shores.
skinned one. No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
the
no.
other light skinned one. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
No, he does have a light skinned one. Ooh, Diddy.
She was
Puff Daddy.
16. How is
Love,
nobody
whatever his
talking
name
about
is.
this?
Because we don't want to
Why is
know the
nobody
truth.
talking about this?
We don't want to know the truth. Because if we put a light on that, then he'd go down as a R. Kelly.
No, apparently he wouldn't. Y'all, I'm really
I'm
effed
gonna
up
look.
over
I'm gonna
this.
look and I'm writing this down because I need
I
to
don't
look
even
into
know how
this.
to. I don't even know how to move forward. We just got to get up out of here.
Yeah,
Was there anything else to discuss? We this is gonna have to be a hard pivot because I don't even. I am just Nisa. What y'all? Y'all gotta let us know what's going on in this world.
and these streets. You
Is
hear
it
me?
different now? Do you think it's because okay? So all of these examples I will say are from the '90s, and we all can agree that the '90s, like the '70s, were a HELL of a time. So are we just saying, okay, you didn't know better? boom. But then again, it's like now he with Carisha and she
And all she do is
25
she
and he 50 something. It's like,
is.
dang, she
And
9 years older than the 16-year-old he had the baby with. Yeah, I don't know what. This is too much.
okay, maybe a better question is, you guys out there, what is the youngest you would go, male or female? Like, what do you think the youngest you like?
Me
Yeah, you out
for a
here in these
man?
streets, baby. You out here dating.
I
What
mean, I,
young?
I wouldn't say I'm out here in these streets, but I like
Not,
the
not you
chicken.
out. You're not out here in
I
these
do
streets,
like
but
that you
you out
said
here
that.
dating.
Mm, 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 mm,
You're out here dating is what I meant. Not out here in these streets
I
that way,
know,
but you're
sis.
out here
I'm
dating.
playing. You know
Tell
what?
me what's
I
the.
will admit, once
Tell
upon a time,
me.
after I got divorced, I tried to be
Me.
out here in the streets, but church girl in
That's
me
not what
too
I'm
thick.
talking about. I'm
Oh,
talking about what's the youngest.
I girl 42. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, baby.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's
Mm.
so hard to in my
So
mind.
hard to
I'm like,
gauge.
it's hard in my mind. I'm thinking like I'm 35. In my mind, I'm thinking 33. And I know that's only 2 years younger.
But
I just,
that's solid. I think
but
that's
I do
solid.
know like some people who are like 5 years older than their husband, and it's just
Really?
just as great as they. Nothing is wrong, or child, ain't
Mm.
no share in shared with that young man that some one of these young girls was with. Shared got her a young black man.
Girl, listen, you know
Yeah.
what? You know what?
Or
Forget that.
Chris Jenner.
Oh, these
Oh
is rich
wait.
biddies. These
Oh
is rich
see.
biddies.
Oh, you got me effed up. But no, you know what? This is still weird.
Oh, but
They
still,
dated when she was
they dated when
16.
she was
That's still
16.
crazy. Baby at 19, that's still insane.
They wait.
I
He
don't care.
waited.
That's still
He
crazy.
knew the ropes. He would have got her pregnant at 16 if he would have known he wasn't gonna go to jail. Her mama
Jeez.
probably threatened to press charges. You know what? I'm just making this up, hypothetically speaking.
What's the
Don't
youngest
listen to me.
in the alternate universe if you were single and could
A
be dating?
year.
Just 1 year younger?
Yep,
Really?
absolutely. I honestly, ooh,
Oh
I
my
shouldn't say
gosh.
that.
I
Don't
never would have
listen to me.
known.
Honestly, I don't know a lot of females that are
What's
in
the
my
oldest
circle.
you've dated? How much older?
You know what? Actually, I have dated someone that was like whatever the difference is between Beyonce and Jay-Z, because they always used to reference that. I think they're like 12
Okay.
years apart,
I think,
something like that.
okay. Oh,
So,
okay. I
but
don't think I knew that.
this was in my 30s though. I was like in my 30s. And
Okay.
so I think this person was like a little over 40 when I was in my 30s, which that was, I mean, I do think that I don't want to get. Never mind. I've been drinking. I've been
I've been drinking.
drinking.
I will say, and y'all let me know, is this effed up? Because I don't know. No, and I'm being dead serious, sis.
Sorry.
So, okay, and fun fact, our girl, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and her husband
Yes.
Torrey, they're like
How far
16,
apart?
17 years apart.
What?
Yeah, they're like 16.
Now
Don't quote me
look.
on that, but he looks
He
great.
look he no, but he does look a little
He
older than
looks
her.
great, but yeah, she's
He
like
does look great.
my
He
exact
does look
age. I
great.
think she turns
She is
35 this
younger.
year,
She's
and
younger
he's
than
in his
me.
50s.
Yeah.
He's in his 50s.
What?
I want to say, don't quote me
Sarah.
on this, but I'm
I'm
pretty sure
about to
he's
do the
like
research.
at least 15 years older than her. So that's honestly like, so that's why I'm like, y'all let me know if it's effed up. But at my big age of 35, ideally, it will be somebody within the 6 year range, like my age to 41. I wouldn't mind. That would be like ideal, 6 years, or somewhere in between that. But I might creep on up there. You feel me?
You
Cause
feel me?
them babies is gone and off to college. You ain't probably got no baby mama drama now that your kid is 22. Ain't no child support.
So
How old is
hold
he?
on. This was hold on. Did it say? And is 32 years old and 20. Okay, she was born in 88. You was born in 88, right?
Yeah, so
She's
I
born
think her.
July 19.
Hmm.
And he was born. Dang, he's 51. 16 years.
Yeah, 16 years. I do think that the older you get,
Absolutely. 100%.
the
100%.
the
But
gap shortens.
listen,
And
16,
yeah,
she couldn't have been dating a 16-year-old.
yeah, she couldn't have been
He
dating
would have
no
been
31-year-old.
That was
Crazy.
Nia Long. That was basically Nia Long. I know
Yeah.
it's difficult. I don't know. It's a difficult
It,
call.
it,
I
it
can't call
it's
it.
your brain. To
I
me,
can't
it's not
call it.
really like complicated to get why you can date someone 16 years older when you are a grown up, because when you're 16, your
You
brain
ain't
is,
mature.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't drink, you can't vote, you can't drive, and your actual science proves that your
You can't
brain
even get a
can't
full-time
make like
job unless it's at
decisions the same
McDonald's.
way,
Hmm.
or the good Chick-fil-A. Anyway,
All right.
can we
Now
talk
listen to
about this
this.
last thing? I know we've been
What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Last thing. What?
You asked the best question known to man to me the other day while I was on my little walk,
Yes.
where you were saying, "What's one food item or some food items?" Can you carry this
Yes.
on home for us
Okay,
today?
guys, listen. We need you to be involved in this one. For real.
Yeah.
You're right. I did ask you this. Guys and gals. Guys and gals. Okay. So what I brought this up because I'm just gonna say there was a particular food item that I made on Sunday, and I don't know if my dad was gassing me or not, but he told me it was the best. This particular thing was the best
It
thing yet.
was so good, sis.
Okay,
Whew.
I don't know if they. I still don't know if they're gassing me or not, but they swear that it.
Not.
My dad said it was the best that he's ever had, and I know him and my mom. Well, they're not together. But my mama been
Your
cooking for a
companions.
long time. They're companions, right? And so listen, there is there are certain foods that, because I work in an office where we have a lot of reps bring in food, this is why I thought of this, because I made one particular dish on Sunday that a rep brought in over during the course of the week, and people were tearing it up. And I was like, I would never eat somebody else's this particular thing. I'll tell you guys what it is in a minute. But my question to my sister was, is there a certain piece of food, any item that is just like out of reach that you're absolutely not going to eat if someone else makes it, no matter if it's a restaurant, no matter if it's, a potluck at work, no matter who it is, are you just not going to eat it? For me, you want me to go ahead and tell mine?
Yes.
Okay, for me, I made a meatloaf, but I also don't really eat beef, so I made a turkey meatloaf. And meatloaf is something that I've never eaten from anybody else but my mom, because it's a texture thing for me, and so much meat, and I'm already not like the ground beefy type person. So if I'm eating something like that, I have to know that the right person made it. And so for me, that's why I personally would rather make the meatloaf, because I don't like to eat other people's meatloaf. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to even taste it. So that's the one food item that I am not going to eat from anybody, whether we at brunch, whether no matter where we are. I don't care. I'm not going to eat somebody else's meatloaf. That's just period, point blank. Is
It's
there
off the
any
table.
food that you just are like, I'm absolutely not gonna eat. I don't care if it look good. I don't care if it smell good. I'm just not gonna do it.
The only thing that, because I will eat, I'll at least try it. There's
Okay.
several things that I will not go to first,
Hmm.
and then if someone's like, no, it's good, try it, then I'll be like, okay, let me just get a little corner. But
Okay.
one food that even if someone says no, it's good, I will not try pork chops from anywhere.
What?
Restaurant, no. I've never had a pork chop from anywhere other than mom. I've never even had your pork chops, I don't
You
think.
have it.
I've
Oh
never had pork chops. And I don't
wow.
eat pork chop. Like I don't even know the last time I had a pork chop, child. But I
Right.
know some that's it's not that many restaurants that offer it, but there are some restaurants that sell pork chops.
Girl, I be tearing Waffle House pork chops up,
I've
baby.
never had a Waffle House pork chop.
I'm going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow to get me a Waffle House pork chop.
Ooh,
Wow, Lauren, I didn't know
it's pork
that.
chops. It's pork chops. The other honorable mention is like three honorable mentions. Deviled eggs. Not effing
Yeah,
around
you
with
can't.
everybody's deviled eggs
You
because
can't
it's a
because people
slippery
don't know.
slope.
Ugh, that's true.
Literally. Deviled eggs, collard greens. I will try collard greens
I will
after
too.
it's been a verified source. I'm not going in
Hmm.
cold. I won't
Yeah.
just order it off of a menu
No.
straight up.
Right. 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 Right.
Need a
Right. Right.
verified source
Right.
to
Right. Right.
confirm. And
Mm-hmm.
candied yams. There are a lot of good candied yams out there
Hmm.
in the world.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what? I take that back. I actually always try them, but I'm
How's
never satisfied.
you never because you
Ever.
just expect for it to be okay. I get that. Do I have any honorable mentions? I think deviled eggs is definitely one. Potato salad. I don't know if I'm trying anybody's potato
True.
salad unless I know
Good
that it's
point.
store bought
Oh, he
from.
already said it. Oh, and
Ooh,
tuna.
and tuna. Ugh,
You're
I ain't
right.
trying nobody's tuna.
Ugh,
People
never.
be getting
Tuna?
tuna melts. People be getting tuna melts. I see people
Mm-mm.
getting tuna melts from and I go to
Tuna milk.
Panera Bread and Subway.
I have that.
Subway have
Nobody's doing
tuna.
this. So
They be
something
getting
wrong.
tuna. There is no way on God's
Texas
green earth.
Roadhouse has the best pork chops. No, my mama got
Ooh,
the best
for
pork chops.
real, Kevin.
Why are you so
Let me
excited
tell you
over this,
something.
Lisa?
Because I don't eat pork. I don't eat. Listen, the most pork I eat is bacon, which that's not a lot. But if I eat it, I got some pork chops in the freezer. They've been in there for a minute, and I ain't made them up. And I like to smother
Ooh.
them or fry them.
That's
But
how
I'm gonna
mom
try.
makes them like smothered. I haven't had pork. I don't know the last time I had some pork chops, man. Uh-oh, you
I'm on
drooling?
this. I got a trip in 1 week, y'all. I got a trip in 1week, and I got to be fine.
Yeah,
So
you is
I
fine.
can't be
Dang, I
out
only
here
had one cat
bad.
last.
Be out here bad. I'm a straight and narrow. Actually, next week I'm gonna go on I'm gonna just tell y'all pray for me. I'm gonna go on a fruit and veggie diet. Yeah, I
Girl,
do that
I
every
saw
once in a
your
while.
waist to butt ratio the other day and was like, what are you trying to prove? Can
Something.
you get off of our necks, please? Thank you. So,
Mm,
but no, do
okay.
you enjoy your fruit and your veggies? Get
I
find
am.
home remedies.
I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna be
HOE.
drinking my water and minding my business. But no,
I had to
pork
do
chops
that.
is a good. Ooh, pork chops is a.
You would
Ooh,
try them from places though?
yep.
Really? Okay.
If they look good, if like you said, if it's a like somebody has like, oh, these pork chops is good. I tried them from
So you
April's
going? What
Place.
you're saying?
Period.
I've never
Yes,
tried them from everybody.
I've
So
tried
you
them
going
from
to
April
Texas
Place.
Roadhouse and
I'm
ordering
going to
pork chops?
Texas Roadhouse,
That's it.
baby.
Okay.
After I come back from my trip, because I'm gonna be on this diet for the next week. But
Dang, I
after
want
I
to
come
pull
back
up
from
on
my
that
trip,
trip.
you should
I know. I was just thinking about that destination and was like, man, I need to go. But
do it, do it,
I'm out
do it,
here.
do
Low
it.
goes takes it alone. I gotta pay all these bills by myself. I try to convince. I try to convince somebody's son to move in with me.
Shut the.
It was like,
You know what?
you know
You
what?
keep making me want to say the word, and I can't. I can't do it. Shut the front door. He said,
Oh,
say
okay.
it. Shut the front door.
Yo, he said he was about to move down to the back of somebody's yard. I was like,
Sir, you gonna move right in here with me and help me
Come
pay
on
these
over to death
bills, baby.
row. If you
Cause
don't
let
want
me
nobody. Nah.
let me tell you something.
Well, Suge
Dual income is the way, baby. Dual income.
Yep, since Haley won't move in with me.
Oh, you just need to move in with her because she got the. I know it's just a 1 bedroom, but that is lavish, baby.
It is lavish. It is lavish. And for a time, I was sleeping down to that couch when things, you
Got a
know,
little.
when it was, am I gonna go on down to the pole? Or am I gonna, I just went on down to the couch and just thought about my life and you know,
My child is just in there tearing up stuff like I ain't.
my niece heard that. I was just playing.
She didn't hear that.
Any,
No, I got my
oh,
earbuds in, baby.
oh, okay, good, okay, good, okay, good.
All right.
All
Well,
right, y'all. Well,
it's been a ride, guys. We talked to y'all for an hour and 30 minutes because we ain't talked to y'all last week. That's why.
yeah. And also, Nisa and I have refrained from talking to each other very much today. So I still have many things that I want to discuss with her. But
We're gonna call each other after this and talk more. Next week we may go live a day early, just so we do not skip, because that is not our intent. We love coming on live, and sometimes life just be lifing.
we like
So
to travel. So
we love to travel. Not like we love. We probably got a trip
yeah,
planned every month, at least every other month.
multiple times a month. Yeah.
Yeah, God. Yeah. So if we have travel plans, we're just gonna go live a day early, and we will definitely let you guys know when that is. But as of right now, next week we'll be going live on Wednesday instead of Thursday. And we
Around the
appreciate y'all,
same time,
man.
8ish. We do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We missed
We
y'all
love
last week
y'all.
too. So
Yeah,
can you
we
tell? We
do.
talked to you forever.
Yay. Thank you guys. We got Kevin, an HR consultant, and my favorite cuz. And I don't know
My
who else out
bro,
there.
David, and
And
whoever else
David.
chimed
Mac, David
in. We
Mac.
appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all comment on the video after the live ends. Anybody rewatching it after the live stream, make sure you guys comment your thoughts on Luck If You Buck, First Lady, me along with her 30-year-old man. You know what I'm saying?
What foods you're not gonna eat
And what
from
food?
nobody.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
love y'all. Comment, like, subscribe, share.
Share.
See y'all Wednesday.
All right. Love y'all. Bye.